welcome to Just Cook Jannie. I'm Jannie and I'm here to show you how to cook because it's not that deep. Today we are going to make the secret chocolate budino, thanks to Chef Daniel Eardley's family for allowing me to share this with the whole world. It is the most velvety, delicious, dark chocolate, melt in your mouth dessert that you will ever have. You could easily pair it with a Cabernet Sauvignon, and it will blow your mind. First things first, we are going to butter our ramekins. Basically just take a dab of room temp butter and we're going to just, butter it up with as much butter as you like. I like a lot, but not too much, of course. All right, we've got our dark chocolate and we're gonna put like half the sugar, put the other half of the sugar in another bowl, half a cup of cocoa powder, woo, lots and lots of heavy cream. Now you're going to slice your vanilla bean, scrape all the stuff out, get that in there, and start mixing it a little bit. You can see that the cocoa powder isn't going to completely dissolve, so this is where we put it on top of some boiling water and start to melt it. So you're going to stir that every once in a while with a whisk, and while your chocolate is melting, keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't burn. That has happened to me a couple times. You're gonna take half of the sugar and just start mixing it with the eggs. I learned how to really actually whisk faster from this woman who obviously taught me very little Spanish and called it a jacatero. Take a guess at what that is. So I've got my caramel going. Make sure you don't burn that. I've definitely burnt caramel before. And you have your chocolate melting oh so perfectly. And you want to keep whisking the bottom, not too hard, just nice and gentle, delicate and velvety. And make sure that you're mixing all the melted chocolate from the bottom, because that too can also burn, along with the sides. Just scraping around. I used to go to Chestnut once or twice a week. Chef Daniel would just feed me and be super nice to me. I was by myself back then. And when I met my wife and we decided, let's open up a restaurant in Portland, Oregon, he was like, come work for me. I'll give you a job. I had no prior experience. I staged at a couple of restaurants. I'm culinary school dropout, whatever. He didn't care. He taught me everything from budinos, foie gras torchon, so every sauce formula recipe that you could imagine. I feel really lucky that I just got to train under him, and he has basically trained me to be a personal chef for my family for the rest of their lives. Caramel. It is very hot. Do not touch it with your bare fingers. It is really hot. I did burn myself a couple times. Do you see a theme here? So I would just pour a little bit of caramel. You don't need a lot. You really need it just on the bottom, and you're just gonna coat a little bit of each ramekin. Tip for dishwashers: pour water into your caramel pot and boil it again to basically dissolve the caramel. It's much easier to clean that way. All right, chocolate's super warm, so you don't want to burn and cook the eggs. You're gonna whisk the eggs and ladle some of the chocolate as you go. You definitely have to do this quickly because, again, you don't want to overcook the eggs. But don't worry, there's also going to be a chinois involved. These are the best. It's going to strain any eggs that you might have cooked. And when it's hot, you can put that whisk away. Bring your full bowl. You probably don't need this until a little later. Basically, you want the eggs to be the same temperature as your amazing chocolate, and you mix it all together. Make sure you scrape the bowl. I've gotten yelled at in kitchens if you don't do it properly because it's a waste. So after you're done here and you're going to whisk it nice and all together, you can already see that it's starting to be velvety and smooth. We're going to go back to the stove and cook it a little longer to the nappe stage. Come on. So we're getting close to nappe stage. At this point, you are cooking the eggs a little bit more, and it's combining with all the chocolate and the cream and the sugar, and it's going to be super delicious. It's like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. It's like the beautiful river where you want to dive into it. Cook this maybe for another 10 minutes, so you really stand here and whisk and stir the whole time. Running out of time, got to pick up the kids soon. So what's nice about this recipe is you can do half of it now and you can save the rest for the next day. It's nice because you can basically prep the night before. So you've got your nappe phase of your chocolat. You've got your trusty chinois. This is going to strain anything that might have overcooked, eggs curdling, all the fun things. So this is going to be fun. You want to take your spatula, put it in your chinois. Don't burn your hands, and pour. Woo! That was a close one. And basically, cool them down, put them in the fridge, and we'll start again tomorrow. Welcome back. Day 2 of Budinos. Yes, I love Xanadu. Big fan. Saw it on Broadway. Sorry, it's no longer there. This has been coming to room temp. It's nice and lovely and thick. So you do it one of two ways. You could either use a measuring cup, put it in the measuring cup that has a nice little spout to pour it in, or you can do it like me and just immediately pour it into the lovely caramel lined ramekin. And we're only going to fill it maybe halfway. If you really want to get fancy, you can do a little bit more to the 3/4 way. It will fluff up a little bit, but not a ton. This will make more than 8 ramekins. I've already cut down the recipe a certain amount, but if you're ever having a party, again, one day, you'll have enough for everybody. So you've got a water bath for your 8 ramekins. You're gonna cover up with foil, and basically we're gonna steam them in a 350-degree oven for about 20 to 30 minutes. This has been cooking for about 25 minutes, so we're just gonna check it really quick. So you can see it's still a little jiggly in the middle and not fully cooked. So we're gonna cook it for another 15 minutes. I decided to just do 10 minutes just in case, and I was correct because you can see it's no longer jiggling in the middle and it's done. All right, you've got your budinos done, and be careful, they're hot. You've got your little towel, and you can either refrigerate these and warm them up tomorrow, reheat them, instructions on justcookjannie.com, or you can eat them hot right now. All right, so this is the flipping, and it's gonna come out in a perfect little budino. Last but not least, you've got your mint from your driveway garden, and you garnish. And done. Enjoy your fancy pants dessert. Thanks for watching.